right, everyone. Welcome to the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. My name is Sandy, and I'm here with Matt Thomson. We do this little show called Exhaleration because it should be exhilarating to breathe, right, Matt?
Exactly. Yeah.
And it has been exhilarating with you in my life, I have to say, because I am a happier person. I laugh more. We've been basically focusing on finding more joy. That's been like a 2022 mission that I feel like we've both been on.
Yeah.
To laugh more, to not take things so seriously, to go with the flow, stay in the flow, be in the know. Come down to People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers on Saturday, 10/29. We have DJ Saucy Lady. If you can only come once a month to Soul Saturday, come on 10/29. DJ Saucy Lady is just such a good time. So yeah, we like to dance. We like to really just raise the vibration and come together as a community and celebrate life, you know? So thanks, Matt, for continuing to do
You're
this
welcome.
with me because it's part of my accountability and self-care. So thank you very much. What are we going to do today?
Yeah, so we're going to kind of feed off of last week with How Are You? We'll do a quick breath now. I just came across like a funny video on Instagram actually that I'm going to show, and I'll show it to both cameras separately. And it was How Are You?
Yeah.
And then we're just going to, but with that being said, you know, who is it that you can open up to? So we'll talk a little bit and breathe into like the different types of friends that we encounter along this journey. But to get started, why don't we, I'm just going to invite everyone, we're going to do two things. We're just going to fall into a nose breath, breathing into the stomach. And while we do this, at the same time, I'm going to invite you just to activate the vagus nerve. And the way we're going to do that is put one finger in each ear. And what we're going to do is go into the upper part of the ear near the temple. So kind of like on the inside of the ear. And there's like a little, indentation there. And if you just kind of like right in here. And what we're going to do is while we're breathing, we'll rotate, you know, a couple in one direction and then reverse it, and then just keep going back and forth between the two. So I'm just going to invite you at this time to sit back, find a nice comfortable position, and just find your breath for a moment through the nose. Breathing into your stomach. And then just to take your fingers and put them into that earlobe part. And just simultaneously find your breath. And then just remember to reverse as we activate the vagus nerve. Kind of test you out with being able to do two things at the same time. Just fall into the sounds that you hear around you. Just allow yourself to relax. Fall into the breath. Fall into the sensation of breathing. You can drop your hands down and stay with your breath into the stomach. Nice, slow, rhythmic pattern. So I really enjoyed that conversation last week with How Are You? And because I think sometimes it's good to let the emotions out I had this happen to me yesterday. What I'm going to show you on the video. When I was talking with someone, and it was kind of like about how we are actually doing. So I'm just going to kind of come up close to the we have 2 cameras rolling, so I'm going to put it in front of each camera. And it's just kind of like a funny little thing. Can you see the phone okay?
It's
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see it. A little bit of a glare, but...
I'm going to play it again.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm going to do it one more time from the beginning.
I'm okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm okay. How does that work? I'm okay. Sorry. I'm okay.
But I think what's beautiful about that, you want to see it, Steve? I'm going to wait.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to show that because I think sometimes, we want to have those people along our journey that we can like open up to and be able to express those emotions like in a safe way to where we feel comfortable. And that we can trust the person that we're with. So
I was gonna say it was interesting for me to hear it over and over and over
Yeah.
before I actually like saw the emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like we're all there all the
Right.
time. But what I was wondering was she saying I'm okay and then she felt like relieved because maybe she's okay for the first time in a long time, or is she like I'm okay but she knows she's not really okay? And it was almost like a as soon as she said it, she realized she wasn't. It could have gone either way. It depends on the context.
I think it was the second one.
Yeah, you think it was more. She's
Yeah,
like,
'cause
I'm okay, and then she's like, I'm actually
when you
not
really-
at all okay.
Yeah, I think when you really look at her facial
Yeah.
expression,
Yeah,
she's just like trying to hold it,
hold it in.
and then she just kind of lets it go, and it looked like it was maybe even on like a TV thing. So
Yeah, it was probably the
Yeah.
latter, but it's
Yeah.
interesting how without context, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But I think
Open for interpretation.
yeah, I think but it does. I mean, I have felt like, okay, I'm so okay at this moment that then
Yeah.
it's like you're like, okay, well then what's gonna happen? Like when's the
Right.
shoe gonna drop? Because it's like, wait, I'm not used to things feeling okay, so sometimes
Yeah.
that even feels scary. Because you're like, wait a
Yeah.
second, am I just really in the flow, or am I sure? Am I not forgetting anything? You know, it's like it's nice to be in the flow. But that was good. I liked that.
So let's just breathe into that for a moment. And it's when we start to hold that stuff in, that can kind of twist us up in the wrong way. And so when we look at like our relationships around us, a lot of times we can break it down into like 4 different types of categories. We have a lot of acquaintances, people who are just like passing through our journey rather quickly, maybe just even a couple minutes, or maybe it's just once a week briefly, or depending on your work environment. There's many people who are acquaintances that we don't really get to know. There's a lot of casual friendships, which is probably the largest number of friends that we might possibly have. Maybe even more so, like I think at the beginning of the journey, Like the deeper I've gone into the journey, I feel like I actually have less casual friends now. Maybe I'm just more picky. But the casual, just where we're having brief conversations, and maybe we're not going into depth with stuff. Maybe it's more just general stuff that's going on around society or with work or what have you. And then we have, I forget what the word is. And then just, our close friendships, people that are pretty tight with us. We can be open, honest with them, maybe for the most part, especially if they're close. They kind of maybe know our inner workings a little bit more. They may understand us as we understand them as well. The close relationships, we may be able to expose our emotions, our feelings lightly, and maybe with some of them a little bit deeper. Or maybe it's just even a close relationship around your transformation, around your ascension as we ascend into a higher state of consciousness. So it could be even just a close relationship around that as well too. I have a few of those. And then the intimate relationships are probably is the number that needs to grow, where there's just like a real bond between us, because we think sometimes an intimate relationship might be like with our partner, or maybe family, but that's a tough one too, because we're broken in that way in many ways too. So family's always a struggle, but it's it can be there as well too. I think my focus for myself is to try and find more relationships that are more intimate, where it's where it's really authentic between the two individuals. The support is always there. The laughter is there. Having fun together is there. But then at the same time, it's that person that can maybe help hold space when we really need to have space held for us, with no questions, no judgments. Sometimes not even any words, need to be said. Maybe just a hug or a smile or light words. And I think, that's something beautiful to, for myself. It's something I'm trying to manifest more of those types of people in my journey. And so we'll do a little bit of imagery in a moment, kind of on like what kind of friends you have, and when we move into the imagery, I'm just going to invite everyone to really kind of think about the people who surround you, and not only the types of people that surround you, but also like what relationships potentially would you like to see grow, where it's maybe more intimate or a really close, tight relationship. What relationships are worth that? What relationships are worth that energy? Are there relationships that need to be let go of? And that being a rather difficult one sometimes, because sometimes it's just people who served us, and it could be people who served us for many years, decades. But we may just come to a point in our journey where we're shifting and transforming, and the other individual is not, and they may have served their purpose for our journey, as we may have served their purpose as well. and it might just be time to part. And that's tough to do. I went through that process quite a long time ago, where I really cut out pretty much everyone, and then kind of started over. But the ones that I have for today are much more healthier. And there's a lot to be said for that. So I'm just going to invite everyone, we're just going to fall into like a Kundalini breath a little bit. And so I'm just going to ask that you can either lay down or sit up. And this is kind of like a mild form of box breathing that we're going to do. I'm going to invite you, if you are laying down, to bend your legs up like mine are now. And to have your feet flat on the ground. If you have shoes on, I'm going to ask that you take the shoes off. And for grounding purposes. And so what we're going to do with this breath for a moment is we're just going to kind of bring in divine light, kind of recenter our alignment, our chakras. And so we're going to breathe. You can breathe in through the nose. If you need to breathe out through the mouth, that's fine. If you can maintain it through the nose, that's probably a little bit better. What we're going to do on the inhale is we're going to inhale in up towards the top of the head into the crown. And when we breathe into that crown, we're going to also briefly hold it. And then probably for a count of 2 to 3. And then at the end of 3, we're going to take another inhale in a little bit deeper into the crown. And then we're going to slowly exhale out. Now, on the exhale out, my invitation to you is this, is to bring that energy from the crown and the air, or prana, into the back, into your spinal cord. And we're going to run all of this energy down through the spinal cord, into the tailbone, through the hips. And then we're going to transfer that energy out through the feet, into Mother Gaia. And then when we breathe in, we're going to bring the energy up from the earth, through the feet, back up through the spine, and into the crown. Any questions on that? Any questions? If anyone has a question about that, please type it in. And Stan, if you see anything, if you can let me know.
Yep.
So just fall into a nice relaxed nose breath for a moment. And we're going to ask for some guidance today. We're going to set an intention today. You can say this out loud or to yourself. My intention for today is to draw divine light and power through my full body system, to balance and to shift my energies that will serve me for today as I connect with Mother Gaia and ask permission to draw the energy from the earth and the root systems around you back into the body, up through the spine and into the crown. And may these energies today help realign our chakra systems, our bodies. And so at this time we're going to call upon one archangel. If you wish to use these words, you may. If not, just relax with your breath. And I call upon Archangel Metatron to touch and fully activate the crown chakra, and to fully activate the full body system. As we begin this breath in 3, 2, 1, breathe up into the crown, into the stomach. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale in again, nice and deep. And then let it out slowly as we draw the energy down through the spine. Try and bring it to the back of the spine and feel that energy down through the feet. If you're a little bit off from my words, that's fine. As we inhale back in, drawing that energy up through the spine, all the way to the crown, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Another nice deep inhale, and then slowly control breath out. Really try to feel the energy traveling through the spinal cord. And then when you're done with this exhale, to draw the energy in from the earth, through the feet, up through the legs. Feel the energy traveling up through the spinal cord. And go into the crown where you hold again. And then another nice big inhale deep into the crown. Feel that light power as we draw it back down through the back of the spine. And I'm just going to invite you to stay with this breath on your own. And I'll just give you a little bit of sound on top of the wind. This is probably perfect for the wind. Just really fall into this. It's kind of like that double inhale after the whole, one extra one after the whole. And as you go deeper into this breath work, you really start to feel that realignment, the energy traveling down the spine. As you learn to control the breath and the energy within the system. And then maybe take one more cycle, go through one more cycle, and then just fall back into a nice relaxed nose breath. And just allow for yourself to fall into the sensation of your body, your feelings. You fall into the nose breath, you can kind of scan your body on your own. Scan your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders, your neck. Just kind of look for areas of tension. You can just breathe into any areas that are not feeling comfortable for you. And release that tension on your exhale. Just allow for any sounds that you hear to help you drop deeper into sensation. No identification. Just allow for the vibration to drop you into yourself and how we're feeling today. lightly stay with that breath. And I'm just going to invite you at this time to breathe into the body as a whole. Try to feel the energy, the prana, coming into every pore, and just breathe with the body, the full body, not just the nose. Allow for the energy to flow in every part, every muscle, the millions of pores in your skin. And just feel that full body breath as you drop in. Just really feel that energy, the alignment of your body. As you become fully balanced for today. And become balanced as we take an honest look maybe for a moment at our friendships. And I'm just going to invite you to allow for any friends or that you need to reevaluate that relationship. And just, I'm not going to ask you to think or dwell on it, but just allow for that name or situation to come up, and then to see if it activates you anywhere in the body. And then I'm just going to invite you to fall into that sensation. So let's just stay with current friendships for a moment. Just people who are in your life now. Maybe people that we want to develop a more intimate, tight relationship with. Maybe to put more of our energies into those beautiful souls. At the same time, maybe there's some beautiful souls that it may also be time to part way. Or maybe there's some acquaintances that you would like to develop a closer relationship with. And after you breathe into the sensation within the body, just breathe 2 or 3 times with that, and then you may allow for a new situation to arise. And just stay with this for a moment. Just fall into the silence of yourself. Explore how different people, where you feel this in the body. Maybe take one more minute with this, staying with the nose breath into the stomach. And when you're done with whatever you're working on right now, just fall back into a nose breath and just bring your awareness back to your full body awareness. Now I'm going to ask you to manifest, use words talking to yourself specifically about what types of friends do you want in your life? What do you see coming now and from this time forward? What is it that you would like to create for yourself? Who would you like to be surrounded by? What type of people? And just focus just on the beauty of your desire for how you see yourself in the tribe that you would like to be surrounded by. And just start creating that through your own beautiful words. Put this out not only to yourself, but to the universe, so that these gifts may arrive for you. Speak to yourself in a gentle way. Take pauses to breathe into what you're saying. Breathe the words out to the universe. And then when you're take another minute to finish this inner conversation, and then to just gently fall back into your body breath. You're breathing into the body as a whole, and just to help even out any energies within that may be excited, or just balance out the whole system right when you are done. By breathing in through every pore, and just feel the equalization throughout the full body system, through the toes, to the fingers, to the head, the heart, the knees, shoulders, the stomach, hips, eyes. And just feel the system relax, come to a beautiful, perfect feelings and sensations of well balanced. You know, I think as we put these energies out to the universe, sometimes it's amazing the response that people may have towards you too sometimes. I had a conversation with someone, I don't even know what day today is, maybe it was Sunday night, and it was someone who is, for me, it's like a casual relationship, not one that I care to really go too deep with. But for some reason we fell into this like conversation. And in the end, he just kind of looked at me and was just like, you know, can I have a hug? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, it was, you know, an individual who I wouldn't, like, you know, within my own mind, I guess I should always consider giving everyone a hug, but I just never saw, like, that coming, I guess. I don't know. But when we start to put this energy out there, even people who may not be a part of our tribe, you know, that this energy and what we're putting out to the universe and out to the people around us, it's going to affect them. You're going to affect everyone around you with this energy, this glow, and what you're putting out with people throughout, you know, your journey each day with each moment. Just saying moment, I saw this like bumper sticker yesterday and it was like movement, not moments or something. And I was like, man, that's kind of a sad sticker. It's like, we want our moments. That's what we want to appreciate. Movement is essential. But why would someone say no moments? I forgot how it was worded. Our moments are what's really precious. When we're fully present for each moment, we can find that joy. And then we just never know how people are going to respond to us. And it can be in a really beautiful way with people that may even be strangers at times. When we give off this vibration of love, respect, caring, you know, trust. And with these friendships that we want to develop, for myself included, I just invite you to, as you move forward with this day, to be proactive with these relationships. But also at the same time to surrender to the relationship. Try not to define it, but just allow for the development and the growth to come as it's meant to arrive. As you slowly begin to just reawaken, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Kind of wake up the body a little bit, start to move a little bit. And for today, I'm just going to invite everyone to stand up for a moment when you're ready. So I'm just going to invite everyone at home to just kind of stand up. And I just want you to just start shaking the body and just really fall into that alignment and really just move and just shift all the energies around within you and just kind of come to a place of just really feeling balance, stretch, move, shake the legs, and just really shift and move that energy around the body. Maybe rotate the neck, open up the jaw, move your jaw around, make funny faces, squint your eyes, and just let the body fall into that nice even energy throughout. And then we can kind of just fall into a nice comfortable position. And we can kind of check in. If anyone wants to type anything in, I'll kind of check the phone here.
Oh, that's funny.
But if anyone wants to engage with any conversation, has any questions, or if you just want to express how you're feeling today, just invite people to do so. just knowing that, you know, the space that we're creating here is to create a nice safe space for each other, supportive, loving, caring, respectful, trustful, open space.
I think today was a really nice reminder for me that your thoughts and your words and what you focus on will grow.
Yeah.
You know, like what you put out there, and just to really like pay attention to what you want and not as much to what you don't want. So even if what you want is to kind of sort of cut ties with somebody because you need to open up more space and time, perhaps, you know, for the things that you're trying to call in, you have to like accept that, you know. But I see some of the ladies on here whose love I've been calling in, who started off as just acquaintances, you know, because of my shop, and now, you know, I'm really trying to help, like, you know, cultivate and nurture the people who I feel are taking the time out to nurture me, and so that there's a real reciprocity, and yeah, and like you said, keeping those around that like lift you up. That's really important right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think lifting up is so important. You know? I don't want to go down anymore. I've already been down that hole.
I
Right.
want to get high, so high. Which is what the breath work makes me do. I mean, I haven't even, I medicated today? Oh yeah, no, that's true. I did medicate before
Heavily,
yoga,
yeah.
but that was like hours ago. That was at least 3 hours ago. But I feel like I've been able to maintain this like amazing sense of peace and balance, you know, all day. I wish I could just have like yoga and breath work be the first 4 hours of my day every day,
right.
Matt. But Tuesdays is this like magical unicorn for me right now. So thank you. And yeah, do we have anything coming up? I mean, next Tuesday, same time.
Next Tuesday, same time, and I'm going to put something out either later today or tomorrow.
Maybe about a Friday night.
I'm going to do one for Sunday night.
Oh, okay, great.
I don't know what's going on for Friday, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we're going to have a big meeting this Friday, Meeting of the Minds. It's kind of an open invite. If anybody is interested in seeing what we've been doing on Friday nights, and if you feel like you have something to contribute to the community, we'd love to hear from you. If you have a secret talent, a gift, something you'd like to share, we're very open. I mean, that's really what this community is all about, is we're learning how to heal ourselves and each other in an open, you know, in a very vulnerable space, you know, and like you said, really being intimate has been, you know, it kind of happens naturally here at PCSM, right? Like we keep setting up these experiences that naturally open you up, and yeah, there's been a lot of tears shed on the Friday nights, but yeah, so basically Meeting of the Minds this Friday night, 7 o'clock, PCSM. It will be an alcohol-free event, BYOC, bring your own plant of choice, but yeah, we'll just be kind of manifesting some more ideas for the fall, or for the winter, which is really around the corner, but for the fall first.
And then, and then on the calendar, no later than tomorrow, I'll have an event for Sunday for a full breathwork session for this coming Sunday at the shop here in Weymouth.
So what would one expect in a full breathwork session?
Full breathwork session is going to be roughly 90 minutes to 2 hours. We'll do some of the nose breathing. We'll set like an intention with the breath work. We'll follow to a conscious connected breath, going into the nervous system a little bit with a little bit of a journey, reworking any energies within that we want to shift, and then just kind of coming back into a safe space and find a new energy to maybe replace something that we want to be rid of. And then time for a discussion for those who need to let it out.
Wish to share.
Yeah.
Perfect, Matt.
So
Once again, this is Matt Thomson. You can find him here at the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers, as well as Central Rock Climbing Gym, just not on Mondays and Tuesdays. That's when we get him. But yeah, so Matt, thanks again for everything that you do. Tune in again next week, or come down to the chapel and hang.
yeah,
Right?
absolutely. Have a beautiful day.
And
Bye.
Remember that
Words cast.
your words do cast spells, and your thoughts really do shape your destiny. Thanks, Dan.
Absolutely.